Hello Porters, my name is Principal Greenan at East Campus.
And I'm Principal Green from Central Campus.
Today is November 11th and it is Veterans Day. Veterans Day is a day that we recognize the end of World War I, but also we celebrate and recognize all veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and their willingness to serve the United States of America.
In District 205, we have several places where we want to make sure to honor all of those porters who have served our country. At Central Campus, right outside the gym, we have our Veterans Foyer and also plaques throughout the building. Here at East Campus, we have our Porter Room, in which there is a mural that also celebrates and honors those that have served our country.
So today, as we remember and honor our veterans, we ask you to reflect and think about any veteran that you might know in your family or in the community and thank them for their service to the United States of America.
Hey everybody, my name is Darian Jacobs. I am a first sergeant in the Illinois Air National Guard at Scott Air Force Base, part of the Logistics Readiness Squadron. This is my first year at Lockport Township High School, and I am teaching PE, coaching basketball, and also coaching lacrosse. It's kind of funny, I played basketball in high school, and I'm like 5'7" with the right pair of shoes on. So my dad was like, hey, you know what? I don't think you're going to play basketball in college. So you should probably think about other avenues, things you want to do. And I was like, well, what do you got for me? He was like, well, I'm in the Air National Guard. You should join. And at first I was like, absolutely not. Like, no, I don't want to join the military. Like a lot of kids are. But, after a few months of him kind of pushing me in that direction, and I learned more about it because information is everything and you don't know what you don't know. I kind of realized like this is a really great opportunity to be able to serve in your country part-time and then also go to college and get your college paid for.
I was on track to go to DePaul University and I got accepted, but I didn't kind of understand that DePaul was a private institute, which means it was more expensive. So really I had good grades, but I didn't have the grades to get a full scholarship from a private institute. So I got a partial scholarship, but it was still kind of too much for my family. So I had one of the counselors and it said, have you considered, maybe going to the armed forces, save some money and then going to college? And they have this program that you can do that within the military. And I said, no, I hadn't really thought of it. So I went home, I spoke to my brother who had been in the Army, and he said, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of women that are turning to the military, and it would be great for you. After I couldn't afford to go to DePaul, I didn't know what my next option was. And so I joined the Navy, and I was only gonna do 4 years, get out and go to college. But I stayed for 24 years, and it was the best thing that I could have done.
I think that one thing I'm most grateful for is when I interact with, whether it's people in the military or whether it's teachers, even whether it's students, I think that you can always learn something from anyone you interact with. One of my sayings is, act like the person that you're talking to, no matter who it is, knows something that you don't know. Different perspectives, I think, really can mold a person. And so as a person of color, as a teacher and in the military, coming from different backgrounds, I'm always willing to learn about, all right, well, this is how you were raised, or this is how I was raised. And so those conversations, even though they could be tough, I think they're very vital. And if we could have more open communication and conversations about people who don't look like us, I think we would grow as a society and just be willing to listen more. And that's one thing that I think I bring to the table. I hope I do as a minority. I hope I can bring different perspective to students who aren't minorities, but also get perspective from them. Because again, I'm still learning too. And I'm not gonna stop learning. That's why I'm in this business of education. So I learn too. So I think, between the military, being a teacher, being a coach, always learning, constantly learning. We all kind of have our reasons why we got into teaching, and for me, the teachers that I've had, they've really helped me out, and they led me to feel like I could accomplish anything. And it wasn't because of their curriculum or, the lesson plans. It was the conversations we had and the inspiration that they instilled upon me. I think for me, and especially as I get older, it does mean a lot for me. And not for me particularly because I am a veteran, but just for the people that I serve with and the people that have served before me, including my dad. He's one of my biggest heroes. And just the career he's had and the lives he's impacted being a veteran. Again, working in my environment, at least the military environment, I get to work with some pretty amazing people. Great leaders that have taught me great leadership qualities. And so when I think about Veterans Day, that's what I think about. Again, the people that I work with, the people that served and made sacrifices before me. And it's a big sacrifice. I mean, with deployments and just being away from your family and that stressful life, when you serve, it's not just you serving, the people around you are serving too. I look at that and it really does kind of, for lack of a better phrase, it does give me kind of a warm feeling inside because there's a lot of great stuff that goes on. And the people that serve, they're selfless. And, when we hear, thank you for your service, at least for me, it's really awkward because I'm like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but I love the support. But we don't do it for like the thanks. We do it because we strongly believe that we are helping out the people around us, helping out our country. So I think that for me, Veterans Day is, again, a chance to kind of recognize what goes on in the military in all branches, and to kind of, take a look to that and kind of give it a little salute. No pun intended there.